Hi there, it's Jennifer Roth-Burnette with a quick overview of attendance in BCE 101. As you know, attendance is worth 250 points or 25% of the class. I think of that as an attendance and participation grade. There is a column in the grade book called attendance, and if you wish to maintain attendance records of your own and calculate that and fill that in at the end or at whatever point, that is entirely up to you. But I, last year and a few others, used the attendance tool built into Blackboard, and I really liked it. It worked quite well for me. So this video is about how you would use that tool. You'll come down below the red course menu on the left-hand side and down into the course management area. And from there, you will select to expand course tools. And attendance is the second tool on that list. Once inside the tool, you will see a list of all of your students. These are my test students here. And you'll have four options: present, late, absent, and excused. So if they are present, they earn 100% of the possible points for that day. If they are late, they earn 50%. If they are absent, it's 0. And if it's excused, then it's just not calculated into the total. So it's just kind of a wash. I will say it's not super nuanced. And I let my students know that this wasn't just an attendance, are you sitting there, are you present, but are you present and engaged? And so I let them know that for my class, present meant present and engaged. Late meant either physically considerably late or kind of you haven't shown up mentally. You're maybe sitting in a seat, but you are not part of the conversation, part of the class. I let them know that I would give them a late grade. I didn't have to give very many of those, really hardly any, before students understood what was expected. So that's just my experience. And then absent, of course, means that they're not there. And the excused, as I said, just kind of blanks it out, so it doesn't come into the calculation at all. These attendance grades then kind of accumulate over time in the grade book. So a student who is present twice and absent once for the first 3 days of class will look like they have, only 66% of an attendance grade. But then over time, as they accumulate more present and fewer absences by comparison, then that percentage will shift to reflect the total. So it's a little bit weird in that sense, but I loved it because I could use it on my phone in the instructor app. I could just pull it up. It looked basically like this on my phone, and I could just go through and click, who's here, who's not here, who came in late, who's, if we were having problems with attention, I would mark them late and let them know, send them an email or talk to them after class about it. Of course, that's going to be different in an online setting, so I imagine that I will be checking roll at the beginning of class. I know that there are automated ways in the video conferencing systems that we will have available to us to do automated roll checking. That's up to you. I think for students, having their name called and knowing that I'm looking for them there is possibly important. So I'm probably going to at least start the semester that way. Also, I will be asking my peer leader to send me a report every week on their small group meeting, who was present and who was not, so that I can grade attendance for their small group in addition as for my small group. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there. So we'll need to be thinking of attendance in terms of both the online full class meetings and the small group meetings. And I think for the folks who don't have a small group that week, if we have 3 small groups in a class and groups A and B are meeting with peer leader and faculty person, and group C has that week off, I'm just going to mark group C as excused. I think that's probably the best way to use this tool, unless you want to keep up with your attendance some other way, as I said. We're living an experiment this semester, folks. Thank you. Bye.